Hello, my name is Shadley, and welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as USA. In the previous episode, we managed to, well, we expanded a little bit down here in Africa. We did also manage to help the socialist revolt in Japan to take over. So they're not socialist. We're trying to influence them a little bit to perhaps get them into our faction, but it's not going too well yet. We'll probably try to do some more, no, not necessarily too much. Not yet, at least. We'll start working on that, though. And we could also probably go ahead and do another quick war over here. Rwanda, for example, would be the next option on the line here. So let's just go ahead and do a quick little annex country. 7.7 in for me there. Okay. It's not too bad, though. Now, we've got an army right next door over here still sitting. Yeah, there we go. Let's mobilize. We are still trying to pass the Council Republic, which we haven't quite managed to do. Ooh, the arm size we sit down, though. But that's a different war. Oh, right, there's a... yeah, Saddam's got a revolt. I don't think we need to worry about that one. Okay, so there's some of our colonies are sending troops. Well, it's mostly Abyssinia, actually, that's sending some... or trying to send some troops here. In practice, there might not be a whole lot of troops heading in here yet. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and conquer some more lands over here. I think once we get to... we'll probably hand over some of this, at least, to... American to East Africa soon. Oh, all discovered in Nebraska. And let's have a look. How much is there now? 7. Okay, we could probably get a little bit in there. I'm sure that there's starting to be a lot of demand for oil. Oh, Italy is a thing now. Oh. Let's improve relations with them. Actually, we still got the... oh, unless it's not rain unlocked. There we go. We've still got our fleet down here. I'm just going to send this one back to... I think New England will probably be fine. It's a bit closer. This army's got a bit of extra in here. Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, Florida's got some oil. Alright, then. Even more oil. Oh, yeah, there's 15 that we could have in here. We just don't have a lot of population at this point. And that's the biggest problem. Oh. Oh, New Granada. So New Granada is demanding independence. They are fearful. Peru is potentially supporting New Granada. I'm going to keep an eye on this. If there's something large that joins on the Gran Colombia side, then we will help them. Otherwise, we'll stay out of it. Like, they've got a decent bit of troops, actually. Descenders break direct. Oh, bloody hell. We'll take a step back. I suppose with 55%, it's not that likely that we'll fail. Okay, yeah, there's no one really leading. Germany might be negotiated to support against, like, Germany's army is massive. They don't have a massive fleet, though, but, like, they've got a large army. So if Germany joins in the New Granada side, we will also join in for free. Just so that we can keep some troops over here to keep the enemy from doing landings, presumably. And also we can maybe, oh, right, if we get Guyana for that, that'd be brilliant. There is a border through there. Yeah, they're fearful. Yeah, the enemy's got a massive army, to be fair. Even if we were to join in, that would still only be like 3, maybe 400 total battalions. Oh dear, one of our generals died. Yeah, we actually need a general over here. Oh, hold on a minute. So one over here. Oh, yeah, trait unionist. There we go. And then on army observation, I guess we'll just get another general in here. Oh, there we go, another trait unionist. Excellent. It's not like we're having... well, we'd probably just start upgrading some of the generals, to be fair. I think that means that they can get higher tier traits as well. Right, but back. So that war is about to start. And this war, if they don't get help from anyone else, then I don't think there's... oh, Peru is leaning towards them, at least. Germany's already... well, North German Federation's declared neutrality already. Like, I'm not strong enough to fight on the entire British Empire, basically, on my own. I would like to support their independence, but yeah, no, it's... beyond my control right now. Oh, we just got another revolt. Alright then. Now, in the meanwhile, our fighting down here in Tanganyika is underway. I wonder actually, how quickly is the colonization happening down here? It's another 400 days, not very quickly. That's the first battle already done, so that's 26%, so we need another 3 victories there. We're at least making a bit of money from not having to build anything with the public sector. Private sector takes over all the cost. I mean, there's still a lot of costs involved right now. But come on, we just need a little bit more for the Council Republic. We're nearly there. Now, but we can't get another setback, or we'll just topple down. Hey, we have Council Republic, and our flag has changed a little bit. So we don't actually have the... Okay, so yeah, we can't get the Star Swarm banner anymore, I don't think. But you know what, at least now we've got... Actually, when do we have the next election? We do still have elections. Okay, next year is when it's going to be. But I suspect that the trade unions are probably going to be fairly popular in that election. We'd go for cooperative ownership. Oh, industrialists would be very upset by that. Ooh, private construction allocation 35%. Government dividends reinvestment 100%. Company workforce dividends 75%. Okay. Foreign collectivization. Interesting, interesting. That could be passed. We could try to go for the taxation upgrade to fix our economy a little bit further. Although right now it might not actually give us that much more money. So perhaps not that one currently. We'll keep the free trade still active. Ooh. Women's suffrage. Oh, yes, please. Let's go for that one. We have a little bit of authority shortage over here. Let's go ahead and get rid of the porcelain tax. We're losing a bit of money and we've still got a little bit shortage of authority, but it's not that bad. We've got a time modifier for the attracting European migrants. Actually, speaking of migrants, how is the population now? It's 15.9 million, so they'll need about 1.1 million to move in. I think at this point it might be worthwhile for us to maybe start reducing the government wages and military wages a little bit to not have such a massive deficit. Of course, the war down in Africa is nearly over. Yeah, the enemy's got less than 1,000 men in the beginning of the combat. So one more battle and that was over. There we go. I think it will actually go and hand this over to American East Africa so they can deal with the stuff there. And we've got 84 million population. So that's not too shabby. Oh, right, yeah. Now we're United Syndicates of America, so at least we got that one. Right, so we're about to get the elevators. And after that, we'll get telephone and radios. In military, is there anything spreading? Destroyers are spreading, yeah. And in society, we are getting malaria prevention. As all through spreading as well. So that's alright. Private sector is still doing a whole lot of construction, although the investment pool is still draining fairly quickly. But we just can't afford to do too much construction ourselves right now. There we go. So at least we got most of Tanganyika. I think all of Tanganyika that was conquerable is now part of East Africa. The rest of they need to just colonize. And they are probably doing a bit more of that now. A little bit. Not really a whole lot more. Oh, I could actually probably help them build some more railways over there, for example. At least build one. It's not going to be a huge boost, but it's something. Oh, law progress amendment already? Well, that's going fast. How is our prestige? So we've got almost 4,400. And prison's got 4,700, so that's still another 400 prestige. Well, like 350 prestige-ish. 330 actually, but still. Like, there's a decent difference. Of course, our GDP is still bloody massive. And population's growing quite quickly. We are still getting the American West, so that's going to give us 25 prestige from there. I do wonder if getting the... Oh, we'll discover it in Missouri. Alright then. Down here, that's unfortunately on the other side of the river. So that won't count as the... Okay, well, 17 total in there. We've already got 8 and one more being built there right now. I'm going to have to reduce my funding of government wages and military wages a little bit further. Well, there we go. There's the malaria prevention. South Andean mass migration. Actually, now that the malaria prevention, we might be able to increase the healthcare. Yeah, we can go to level 4 now. Reduce the pollution effects and mortality, and increase the standard of living in general as well. There we go. We actually got less than 100,000 radicals now. Got 23 million loyalists. So that's more than a quarter of the population are loyalists. That's pretty decent. Oh, the Zeppelins is spreading. Oh, excellent. And I believe... oh, right, no, we haven't got the elevators yet. But once we have that, and then we get the Zeppelins, so that's a good boost over here. In military, there is the destroyer spreading. Oh, Mexico's beginning to embargo us. Alright then. I could almost consider that as a casus belli, you know? How much would it cost us to, for example, go for... Actually, the Veracruz, so there's... Oh, treaty port, right. No, we don't need a treaty port. The Bahio, it would be at least one of those to reduce the border gore over here that we could do against Mexico. So we'll go concrete, that's 24 infamy. That gets to almost 50. They would not accept that. Los Altos and potentially Russia would support them. Oh, because they are allied. Okay. That would make sense. Russia does have a decent army, but I don't think it's going to be as good of an army as what we have. Of course, since we don't have the radios right now, it actually might be better for us to at least wait until we have those unlocked, so that the morale of our troops is going to be fine. We're also approaching half a billion, sorry, in GDP. We're at a fairly good speed there. Elevators are nearly done. And the women's suffrage is, well, it's already on the amendments, so it's gone past of stage 1, or phase 1, and it's, if we can get a good roll here, we should be able to then, hopefully pass this within, I don't know, a year, probably. Or quite easily, I'd say. Assuming that we get a good roll. If we get a really bad roll, then of course, it's not going to be done. But the chances are there that we can get that. Oh, okay. Suffrage rally. Scale back the rallies, or we'll risk a little violence. I think we'll risk a little bit of violence. There we go. 63% success chance. So how's the movement? So feminist movement is 22%, labour movement 30%, liberal movement 14%. Also, is there anyone? No, we can't invite anyone in right now. Let's have a look at the countries to potentially invite, though. So French Republic, we do have a decent bit of influence over them. Of course, they can't join because they are leader of her faction. Oh no, that's positive. For a moment, I thought that was causing a proletariat revolt, but that's not the case. What's that improving relations with Peru, I think? I wonder if they would accept... oh, right, so Guatemala. I wonder if they would accept becoming a protectorate. They would not. Mexico might join against me in that, but most of the others are unlikely. That'd be 7.6 infamy. But again, we don't really want to risk a war right now, especially any major war, until we've got the radio sorted out, and that's still going to take a little while. We'll get there eventually, though. Alright, yeah, we're building that railway in Tanganyika. It's not going very quickly. It will eventually be built, but it's going to take a while, unfortunately. There we go. Standard of living, we're still #1 by quite a margin, I reckon. Oh yeah, we got a 1 point advance. Ooh, there we go. So we got the elevators and South German mass migration to Wisconsin. Down here, so that's not really going to help us with the, or not directly going to help us with the population West America. We've got just 1 million to go. Ooh, oil discovery in California. Now that's going to be a huge boost, I reckon. Or potentially a boost, at least. Oh, we're going to have 31 oil rigs in here. We'll get a few. Bulgaria mass immigration to Oregon. Oh, okay, well that's good. That's definitely going to help quite a bit. Oh, it has the... No, Suez Canal has not been built yet. No, but at least the Krakatoa modifier is now over. I wonder... So yeah, it's about 16.1 million now. And it's growing fairly quickly. Yeah, there we go, 16.1. Oh, right, the invasion of New Granada is still ongoing. Took a while for them to actually get down there, though. They did manage to pull it off eventually. Ooh, People's Party and Progressive Party. So who's running in which party now? So there's of course the Socialist Party. People's Party is the peasants, or the Yemen farmers. And Progressive Party is the petty bourgeoisie and armed forces. And Democratic Party is still the industrialists. Okay, well at least that is diluting the power base of a lot of the other parties. So we might be able to... well, the Socialist Party is definitely going to be the largest party. We might be able to get the People's Party in. Potentially. Well, I don't know. Might not be the most convenient allies in there, but nonetheless, we'll hopefully have the women's suffrage as well. Oh, a radical expansion. The out of the Progressive Party have been raising interest throughout the country, leading to potential turmoil. We'll reduce the momentum of the Progressive Party, I think. Keep them... Ooh, popular playwright. I'm going to get 5% more prestige. That might actually get us to the... close to the rank #1. Yeah, we're about 120 points away. And as our economy increases, we might just hit there. Ah, right, that was the military access tree that we had with them. What was this one? Right, military assistance. So that's actually saving us a bit of money. So New Granada is now a puppet, I guess. Well, So much for that. I do actually wonder if there's anyone else that we could ally at this point. In Peru, maybe? Argentina, maybe? Ah, right, we got... Oh, wait, don't we already have a alliance? Oh, no, but they've got an alliance, and they can't have two. Never mind. So, not Argentina. Peru, maybe. Yeah, I could ally them. They're not willing to give us an embassy. It's a bit of a shame, but that's alright. Maybe we can give them investment rights. For the embassy. And maybe trade privileges. And military assistance. That's not going to be enough. Is there something else that we could maybe transfer goods that we got plenty that we don't actually need and they want? Well, definitely not automobiles. We don't have enough of those. Steamers, yeah, we can get them a little bit of those. Okay, maybe not that much. They need only, like, 10, really. Maybe we'll give them 15. It's not a guaranteed success, but we'll give it a go. See what they say. Oh, they decline. Never mind. Ooh, create mass immigration. I'm just going to go ahead and remove these additions from here then. So, mass immigration from Greece to Pennsylvania and surrounding states. So not really on the western side of America, but not much I can do about that. Fruitful endorsements. The gesture of solidarity with the Socialist Party of America, Alfred Schlecher has encouraged his supporters to vote for it in the ongoing election. Ooh, we'll get the 20% momentum and 15% pop attraction. So 58% of the votes are going to go for it. So it's quite obvious who's going to win this. Ooh, and the greatest power completed. There we go, we're number 1. Huzzah. The Hegemon requires us to... Ooh. You have a global population across the Syndic America and all the subject is greater or equal to 40%. I don't think we'll be able to get that, quite frankly. We would have to do a lot more conquest. I guess that's alright. I think that's something that could be somewhat easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy, but somewhat doable. Somewhat like Great Qing and just conquer all of India. Which would take a lot of effort. All India and Southeast Asia. And then you'd have a massive population. Hey, we've got half a billion in GDP as well. That's pretty decent. We're still losing cash though. Right, so that declined. We haven't done any more changes to it. So I don't think there's going to be any further negotiations. Ooh. Brazilian mass immigration in Minnesota. So that will actually help a little bit in colonizing the West America. Yeah, we've got 16.2 million already. So we need about 750,000 still. Roughly speaking, to move into there. Council elections. With the approaching council elections, workers among all our nation have expressed their overwhelming preference towards the Socialist Party of America. Workers are always right. Sure. So that's going to give us a 50% boost of momentum for the Socialist Party. 66% of the votes are going to go there. Yeah. I think it's pretty obvious who's going to be winning these. So I have a feeling the armed forces might not be influential for much longer. And then I have a feeling the petty bourgeoisie and Yemen farmers might also be losing a lot more of the support. We're unfortunately still losing some money, but we've still got over 6 million gold reserves, so it's not too bad. There we go, there's the Brazilians moving in. There we are. So how's the women's suffrage? That is still a little bit away. I don't think we'll be able to get that. No, we won't get that before the election. For sure. Popularity contest. Oh yeah, we'll keep on supporting the Socialist Party. So 71% of the votes. Oh, and grassroots support for the law. I'm going to just get more loyalists from West Virginia, I guess. That's fine by me. The Democratic Party is getting not a whole lot of votes at this point. I suspect that the industrialists are going to be losing a lot of power after the election. At least, hopefully. We'll see that if that is actually... Oh, there's a whole lot of unrealized taxes right now. Okay, so where do we need more government administration? It's not so much that. Why is it actually? Why are we having unrealized taxes? There's a lot of taxways in places. Let's have a look at Pennsylvania, for example. Why is there taxways? Like, the taxation capacity is there. Oh, because of our ruler. Oh, expensive taste. Right, okay, fair enough. So that's causing us £60,000 a week. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. There we go. So still around 71% of the votes will go to the Socialist Party. So that should be pretty darn good. For production and agitation. We'll take another 20% boost there. Sure, so now we've got 72%. I suppose, yeah, it's got 146% momentum already. Oh, and what's this then? Another revolt in... Oh, Omo in Abyssinia. Alright then. Where do we have the troops? Did they go back to... No, none of them have gone back there. I think we've got... The army of Florida will be the one to go again, as per usual. We'll head over there. Women's suffrage is still not really going forward yet. That's the population. Oh, yeah, that's almost 16.4 million. So still need about a bit more than 600,000 people to move into American West. Or just, you know, the population grow by 600,000. Which might still take a little while. I'm pretty sure that we will have that done before the end of the century, though. So that's at least good. And also, if my calculations are correct, this episode should air around the 31st of October. So we are not far from EU5, and that is what we're going to pivot once we have our hands on the game. So of course that's on the release date. But yeah, I'll be doing a bit of streams on that on Twitch, and of course I'll be having a series on YouTube. And those are not going to be the same run either, so we've got a bit of variance there. But there we go. Elections are over. We've got 73% of the votes for the. Actually, can we? Oh, yeah, we can bring the People's Party in here, sure. The Democrats, alright then. So we'll confirm that we've got 100% legitimacy. We might be able to try to pass some other laws right now, but let's try to get the women's suffrage first. I'm still losing a bit of cash, which is not ideal, but I suppose it's the... Ooh, hey, law process approval. There's one more success there. That's 2 months away, potentially, when we have the women's suffrage. So in the next election, women do actually get to vote. Well, there we go. The Yemen farmers are actually pretty happy, and even the petty bourgeoisie are quite happy, which is a bit surprising. Freed but not loved. Jana owing us an obligation could be used to request propaganda campaign making the wealthy our nation in a more pleasant light. Oh, infamy decreased by 10. Sure. If they do actually take that. Not, of course, guaranteed, but that would allow us to maybe, especially once we get the radios, to do one more war against Mexico. I don't know how much we'd be able to take from there, but at least a little bit more ground would be appreciated, I reckon. We're still losing a lot of money, though, which is not ideal. I don't suppose there's any better taxes in here, so that's 111 for porcelain. Or 118, sorry. So these two are still better. We could, of course, increase the taxes in general. That would be a lot of money, actually. We've got fairly good legitimacy, so yeah, let's actually do that. So we can get some money, we can do a bit more construction work ourselves, because the investment pool has gone down a lot already. Let's go and get some... Oh, health system increased to level 4, excellent. So let's go and get ourselves a little bit more motor industries. Utah's getting quite a few. I think we're running a bit low on peasants. Actually, have a look. Where do we have the most? Indiana does have quite a bit, so we'll get a few in there. Get a little bit in Idaho. And then we'll go ahead and get some more automotive industries as well. So that we can continue being the leading producer of cars, quite frankly. So that would be handy. Indeed. And then, yeah, oh dear. The steel company is losing some prosperity. But actually it's not that bad. It's still fine. Alright, and the war in Omo has started. We haven't actually gotten our troops there yet. I reckon our vassal over here, though, should be able to at least hold their ground. Oh yeah, they're actually advancing already. Oh, Dutch mass immigration to Sinaloa. So that would be over here somewhere in Mexico, I believe. Yeah, right there. So that's not really going to help with the... Oh, right, never mind. That's French colonizing somewhere. Or the French colonizing somewhere. But yeah, so we'll have the... Hopefully the universal... Oh, women's suffrage now. There we go. So we've got that one sorted out. The birth rate does drop a little bit, but workforce ratio increases drastically, and dependent enfranchisement is increased. Which might actually be a great way for us to get... a lot more workforce available, and thus the economy is probably going to start to, well, not just skyrocketing, but increasing drastically. And telephone's about 10 months away. That's not too bad. And the fighting has already begun. Should be able to deal with this rebellion fairly quickly. Good, of course. You know what, actually? Oil discovered in Texas. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to increase autonomy of East Africa. So as a dominion, I believe they can do their own wars. We'll do the same with Abyssinia, so they can start conquering their neighboring lands as well if they want to. Without having to, you know, trouble me with that. And that's, it won't be my infamy that's going to increase either. Oh, speaking of infamy, we are down to 9 infamy now, so that's not too shabby. So Mexico, you got an alliance with Russia. A defensive pact, at least. There we go, so that war is over. And with that, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, click the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and next time, bye-bye.